Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade.
1, 2, 5.
Freezer!
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Goodness, we almost weren't ready for that.
Almost.
Almost. That one. That would have been
not so great.
Kind of bad. It's almost like we've never done this before.
I know, right?
Really.
It's like we're behind, we're lagging or something. It's
almost like some of us worked today.
Well, yeah, I definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not a good day. Well, I mean, it was an okay day, but it was just a long day. It was a long day.
It's the 11 hours that
really get you. After a while, 11 hours a day really messes with you.
Doesn't matter how hard you're working. It's the 11 hours.
Yeah, the 11 hours in the same place. Just really bothers me.
Same people.
Doing
the same things.
Good evening, everybody.
So, yeah, here we are.
Welcome
to the show.
Yes.
So, diving right into this. And I'm pissed because I know what's going to happen here.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I already know what's going to happen.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You already know what's going to happen?
I know
how do you already know what's going to happen?
Well, because I helped prep the show. For starters.
Yes, that's true.
I have part of it. It's. I was kind of there.
Yeah, you were there.
The huddle.
You were there when it happened.
So
during the times.
But it's one of those things that just.
Yeah.
I've been watching the news, or not watching the news per se, but
you've been paying attention to the news.
Paying attention,
yeah.
And so there's something going on.
There is. Why is
what?
All right, continue anyway. Go ahead. That's fine.
So there's a story. The thing that I want to start this off by, again. We're still considered under a pandemic.
Still considered a pandemic?
Yeah. It's still bad. Still bad.
Yeah.
You know, everybody has to still be careful and all that jazz. So what were people doing with the stay-at-home orders and everything? There was a lot of TV being watched.
Right.
A lot of TVs were being watched. A lot of shows. People burnt through that Carol Baskin show. The Eye of the Tiger. Whatever the hell that show was called.
It's the Eye of the Tiger. It's the thrill of the fight.
Actually, that one? Yeah, that one. It's I believe that was the exact same theme song.
No, good.
But anyway, people were watching shows, and so there was something I caught today.
What? What's that?
It's going to be a
think about TV.
It's going to be a blow.
Oh, is it
to those of you that are still self-quarantining?
Oh, really?
Staying at home and watching.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It sounds like you know something that I don't know.
I hate to be the bearer of the bad news.
Okay.
But Cops has officially been canceled.
The cancel culture got Cops.
Yeah.
I could have told you that Cops were canceled. I mean, they're canceling Cops all over the place.
No. The TV show. The TV show Cops.
The TV show. You're not talking about Seattle.
No. That's another story for later. No.
So you're sure?
Yeah,
you're not.
Hence the.
Hence that.
Yeah. Cops is filled on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All men and women are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Fox TV.
Don't ask me how I know that. I only happen to watch it like all the time. So yeah, apparently
that's impressive. That was impressive.
Thank you.
It was good.
But no, it is. They have canceled Cops.
Yeah.
The original decision to hold Cops was spurred by national protest against police brutality.
No!
Following the death of George Floyd while in custody with the Minnesota police officers.
Mm-hmm. So the funny thing, Cops has been on for like 30 plus years.
Yeah, it originally launched on Fox in 1989.
It's 30 20+ years.
1989.
That is crazy. That is a long-running TV show, especially if you're talking about quote-unquote reality TV.
I was going to say, technically, that was the first reality
TV show. That was the first, and no, it wasn't a contest, and no, it wasn't.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was still kind of scripted, but it was
slightly. And
I say scripted, it means that, they checked things, that they kind of intentionally went after stuff that they didn't have to per se, but
yeah, they were like, oh, we're on TV, so we're gonna do it this way.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I say. The series was subject to a recent podcast hosted by Dan Taberski, Running from Cops, which chronicled hundreds of episodes of the show. Mm-hmm. His team, Taberski. I want to say Tamberski. I don't know why. Taberski and his team detailed instances of where people were coerced into signing waivers and how production allowed police to edit and remove anything that might paint them in a negative light.
Well, yeah, it's a film of cops, and it's the very first time that somebody was actually doing on location
with the men and women of law enforcement.
Right. Live.
All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I just did that spiel.
We did that thing, yeah.
Fox aired 25 seasons of Cops, paired it with America's Most Wanted. Remember that one?
Oh, gosh, that was so good.
That Matt Walsh?
No. Walsh?
Yeah.
The only Matt Walsh that I know of is...
No. Check it. Google. I bet you it is. If my memory serves me correctly, it was Matt Walsh.
America's Most Wanted.
Here we go. The Googles. Television program. Boom.
Television
there
program.
It is. Scroll right here. Should say right here.
Jesus Eduardo
was abducted.
Paez
That's the
Lopez.
wrong thing. Wrong one.
Sorry.
So close, but so far off. Oh, John Walsh.
I'm
sorry, it's John Walsh.
It's definitely not Matt Walsh.
Not Matt Walsh. It was John Walsh. Because the reason why he did it, reason that show started, he did it was because I believe it was his child was abducted or kidnapped or killed or something like that, and nobody ever found anything, and he was so driven that he started the show. But anyway,
yes,
we're talking about Cops.
Quarantined artist FKA rule number 5 Jackhole. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, says Dylan Lyles. Psst. He doesn't hate to be the bearer of bad news. He enjoys mocking bad news.
This is so true.
Yeah, it is.
It is actually. It's kind of. I mean, I'm sad for this because, again, this started in '89.
Yeah.
I was 8 years old when it came out.
Old man.
Yeah, I know. When this first came on, I was 8 years old. This is something that's always been there. And I mean, we always kind of knew it was, hokey and staged, but I mean, it was still something that we all, you watch. The reason I quit watching is because I kept running into too many family members. And I'm not lying about that.
Okay.
So, but it's something that was always been, Cops has been there almost like The Simpsons.
Yeah. Well, The Simpsons is the longest running sitcom.
I know.
Ever.
They're crazy. And they're still making them.
I know. It's the worst.
Anyway.
It's the worst and the best. But so they went off. So they canceled Cops. Cops is gone.
Yep. Most Wanted moved to Lifetime.
Yeah.
In 2011, and eventually was canceled. Cops, meanwhile, got a new lease on life in 2013 when Spike TV ordered new episodes and paired them with repeats. Spike was rebranded as Paramount Network in 2018.
Mm-hmm. And they pulled Cops from there, and A&E removed the similar shows of Live PD. Yeah,
yep.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Yep. And all because, well, how dare you put Cops
on TV and how dare you paint Cops in a good light?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You're not.
Well, and in all fairness, it wasn't like they, again, we've already established this, that a lot of it, most of it was staged.
Right. It was all staged.
But that's what reality TV is. You think that you watch, Dog the Bounty Hunter, the guy's not already brought in or staged, or like I know for a fact.
Oh, come on. That guy is not that fast. First of all, he's fat.
No, well, yeah, that's true too. Well, he is now. But no, so I used to work for a towing company that had gotten a contract by A&E to do
Those things.
the towing show.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't sign the waiver. I wasn't.
You
I
weren't
didn't
on
like
the
it.
show because
I wasn't. I didn't want to be.
Right.
It was because I started to at first, but a lot of it when I started seeing the behind the scenes of what was staged, what was going on, just how
Right.
blatantly
Obvious.
false it all was.
Yeah.
I said I wouldn't be a
You
part
can't
of
do
it. I'll
that.
just do my job. So
Yeah, it's not good.
I kind of left that, but that I saw it firsthand.
Right.
The entire thing from beginning to end is staged. It's about ratings. You can't.
All it is.
Most dealings with cops,
Mm-hmm.
and this is across the air quotes racial spectrum,
Yeah.
is about as mundane as you can get. Now, you do have some instances and some issues that's obviously
Mm-hmm.
been there.
Yep.
But the same thing was like it was with repoing. When I repo cars, 99.99% of the time, no one knew I had the car.
Nope. You were just you got the
it,
car,
it was gone.
and you're gone.
Yeah, it was done in the middle of the night. I did it for 8 years, and I got in one altercation in 8 years, and I never had to pull my gun, but I did have to show it. And I say show it like I had the flashlight and I lifted my shirt and aimed down at it. And he had a steak knife and he stopped after that point.
Yeah.
Like that, but that was it.
That's it.
But if you watch
Now-
the reality TV,
Yeah.
according to them, it's nonstop excitement. And now don't get me wrong, you have to go into it assuming stuff like that happens.
Right.
But
it's funny
very
though.
rarely happened.
It is funny because you're talking about reality TV, you're talking about Dog the Bounty Hunter, you're talking about cops.
Yeah.
But what you forgot is Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
What about Paw Patrol?
You know Paw Patrol.
Sadly, I do have some running-ins with
You have
it.
children. You know about Paw Patrol.
I sadly do. Don't
I have like 7,000 toys of
Don't-
Paw Patrol in my house.
you do?
I step on them all the time.
You do. You've gone from Paw Patrol to Pound Puppy.
Not quite.
No, but as many of these
We
toys
have that
as you
many.
have in
Yes,
here
we have
is
that
pretty
many.
much a
Yes,
Pound Puppy
you
dog.
are correct. But it's all like the same 6. It's the same 6 toys repeated 10,000 times over.
Not for nothing. All dogs look alike after a while. So you just
But all dogs also go to heaven. So
allegedly
allegedly. But no. Yeah. Paw Patrol,
the cartoon,
the cartoon,
the children's show.
children's show that puts police officers and fire departments and all-
Construction
workers and the
The little-
garbage guys,
the girl
and-
dog that flies,
and the helicopter chick,
apparently the airline
pilot
services.
Yeah, I don't know.
The stewardesses, I guess. I don't know what that's.
Start. Anyway,
Wow.
side tangent on that one later. Anyway,
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Don't tell me.
Yeah,
Don't tell me.
you know it.
They're poo-pooing the Paw Patrol.
They're not just poo-pooing the Paw Patrol. They're wiping their butt on the floor with it.
Oh God.
All over it.
Don't tell me because of the police officer.
Yes, a
Oh,
backlash is mounting against depictions of good cops on television and in the streets.
Oh my God.
Yes, it was only a matter of time before the protesters came for the Paw Patrol.
No, sadly, it's not a matter of time.
Paw Patrol is a children's cartoon about a squad of canine helpers. It's basically a pretense for placing household pets in a variety of cool trucks. Team includes Marshall, your firefighter, Rubble, it's your construction dog. Mm-hmm. It's Bulldog, obviously. Chase, German Shepherd, also a cop.
Of course.
And in the world of Paw Patrol, Chase is drawn to be a very good boy.
Oh, good chase. Oh, the good chase.
Barks things like, Chase is on the case.
Ah,
And all in a police pup's D.
D. Was
D.
he Canadian?
No.
Oh, I've never seen the show. I was beginning
And
to
he rescues
wonder.
kittens
A dog who rescues kittens.
in a tricked out SUV.
What?
Yeah.
So dogs can drive.
Yes, in this show.
Okay.
It's dogs inside of trucks. Yes, he's going to drive.
Okay.
But Chase can no longer be. And thus, the Paw Patrol
Why?
can no longer be. Because cancel culture. Cancel culture. You have to cancel the police officers in any depiction that makes them look good.
Wow.
Any. Whatsoever.
It's a kid's show.
Yeah, so.
You know that.
You can't teach kids that cops are good.
But they are good.
You can't teach kids that,
No,
though.
but they are good.
You can't teach kids that.
No, but they are good.
That's not something you can teach kids.
But why not? But they are good. Dogs, not dogs, but police are good.
Hey, cops are bad, okay?
But they're not.
You're right, they're not.
There's somebody bad in every single line of work. The girlfriend and I were
Yes.
talking about this on the drive up here. And not this specifically, but it made me think about this. That, she was talking about it from the service worker industry. From your servers and your waiters and waitresses and they work hard. Now, not all of them are great people. Not all of them have a great attitude. And some of them, just because they have a bad attitude, doesn't make them bad servers or bad people. We all have our days. We are all fallen, sinful human beings who do things wrong, who do things selfishly, who sometimes will chase and only pursue things for themselves.
Yeah, Chase is on the case.
He is on the case. Ding. But but we all make mistakes. That doesn't make the entire service industry bad because of one bad server. You know what I mean? It's just like it doesn't make one cop who does something
one cop
wrong,
doesn't make all people bad.
All of them bad. There's a bad person in every single industry. There's always that. It's that, and what it is. And some of them are at different levels than others. Some of them
are just assholes.
Yes, the one guy that one guy that you work with, that you can't stand. You go to work and you could deal with everybody. You're good. You get along with everybody. But there's that one guy. The one guy you cannot stand. The one guy that actually makes going to work suck.
Sounds like personal problems here.
Well, I could very well go personal with it.
Let's not go personal.
To.
We're not going to go there.
Everybody, every business, everywhere has that. Every person. If you happen to work at a place where you completely 100% get along with every single human being that you work with, roger that. Awesome for you. But that doesn't exist for anybody else.
Shy Boy and I. Next, you'll say that TJ Hooker is going to get canceled. I'm sorry, but we have news for you.
No, but I have heard that Chips is on the chopping block.
Law and Order.
Starsky and Hutch.
Law and Order SVU.
MacGyver.
Law and Order CI.
Magnum PI. Well, he's not a cop. He wasn't a cop.
He's a PI.
He was a PI. That's Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
NCIS. Come on!
Picket fences.
Right? You're pulling way back.
I'm going way back.
You're going way back.
We're going to keep going, too, because I'm trying to think of names of two other ones off the top of my head.
Naked Gun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Undercover Blue. Remember that?
Yes,
That
good
took
one.
you
That's
back?
good. Yes.
Let's see.
NYPD Blue.
Jake and the Fat Man.
Blue Blood.
That's a little bit more modern, but
That's what I'm saying.
I'll take it.
It's new. It's new.
I'll take it.
It's new.
I'll take it.
Also a service worker.
Matlock. Oh no, was he a cop or was he a PI?
He was more
wasn't
of a
he
PI.
Yeah, I know that, but wasn't he at least an ex-cop?
Ex-cop, yeah. PI.
I mean, Andy Griffith's show. They're gonna pull Andy Griffith's show.
They're gonna pull Andy Griffith because of that.
It depicts police officers in a positive light.
In a white town.
In a white town.
In a small white redneck town.
With nobody. There's no black people at all. Yep, they're gonna pull that one quick. Yep, it's coming.
It's gone, guys.
God almighty.
All of it is gone. Everything that made your childhood good and wholesome and decent, and also some things that probably disturbed you, like SVU. Those things are gone.
That sounded a little personal.
Well, no, like Special Victims Unit deals in
in rapes. I know.
Yeah,
but that's the only thing that sells because it
sells
because it's
sex.
It's sex and
You know what else does sell?
Sex?
No.
We just said that.
American Pride Roasters coffee.
Oh.
That sells.
It does.
Sells like hotcakes. Actually, no, it sells like coffee.
It
Because it is coffee.
Everybody likes coffee.
Coffee's good. Well, everybody that likes coffee likes this.
It is. If you don't like American Pride Roasters coffee,
Then you're doing it wrong.
then you've never had real coffee.
Or you've never had American Pride Roasters.
That's what I said. You've never had real coffee.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Good correction. Good correction. It is some of the best coffee that we've ever had. Tonight we have the Ronald Reagan. Time for choosing, because why not? It's delicious. It is a wonderfully roasted bean, and it makes a perfect cup of regular Joe.
It does. I've been drinking the Madison.
Madison's good
I've been
too.
drinking a lot of Madison lately. It's something about that one. What I want to do, what I would really like to do, and I haven't done this yet, is I want to mix the first Thanksgiving with the Madison.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. That'd be good.
That would be, I think, really good, because you have the pumpkin spice flavor with the cinnamon. It would be phantasmagoric.
Yeah.
AmericanPrideRoasters.com is where you go to get,
Historically great coffee.
I was going to say orgasmic-inducing coffee. but
No,
we can
historically
go
great coffee.
with-
We're
they
going to
don't-
go
Yeah,
there.
he still never. He didn't like the bid for that tagline.
I don't think so. It was not great.
Orgasmic-inducing. He didn't think that was
not
good.
like that lady eating the steak. And,
But it does roll off the tongue.
I'll have what she's having. Lucky over there on the Twitters and also on the MeWe's.
Paw Patrol, be there on the double.
Wow.
You're welcome.
God almighty.
Sweatimus Prime letting us know, in the heat of the night.
Yeah, that was the one I was trying to think
That's
of.
what you were trying to go for?
I really was.
Yeah.
And there's one even further than that. Not further than that. Not Twin. Was it Twin Peaks?
Twin
no, not
Peaks,
Twin Peaks.
It was an investigative
It was an
thing,
investigative one.
But that was weird.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks was weird. But they also talk about coffee in Twin Peaks.
They do.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot about coffee. It's a damn good cup of coffee.
Damn good cup of Joe.
That is a damn good cup of coffee.
I'm trying to think. Have you guys got any other suggestions for any other of the old
Cop shows. All
shows
of
that
them
we
are getting
missed?
canceled.
Oh, no, he was a PI2. Never mind. I was going to say Barnaby Jones, but he was a PI2.
Yeah. Private investigators.
Ooh, I got one.
Yeah.
Was it Calling Car 54?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I
That's
win.
a throwback, bud.
I win.
Wow. 21 Jump Street.
No,
They were cops. They were narcs.
They were
narcs.
You're right.
Yeah. Are you talking about the new one or the old one?
What, Car 54?
No, 21 Jump
21
Street.
Jump Street?
Yeah, the new.
Oh,
there's
I
the
was-
new movie, and then there's like the
Yeah,
old
but I'm
TV
talking about
show.
the old TV show.
Oh, okay.
They just probably pulled the movie, too.
Yeah.
How dare you, know.
How dare you make a narc look good?
You bastard.
What's wrong with you?
Because you're a
Bastards.
jerk.
Dragnet.
So,
Dragnet.
Dragnet.
Hey.
Thank you. That was another one I was thinking of. That I
Cop
couldn't
Rock, Dragnet. Wow. Chicago PD.
do. Ah, there you go. Chicago BD. See? You guys are awesome.
There's so many of these cop shows, and we've all seen them.
Yeah. So, real fast before we get out of here on the first break, Georgia. Georgia's rolled out a new voting machine. Well, they're not doing so well.
The system?
Yeah, they went poorly over several counties on Tuesday as poll workers struggled to use the new equipment.
So they were at the polling sites in like Cobb County, DeKalb, and Fulton, and Gwinnett.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have delays and long lines, people trying to vote, and it's not working properly.
It didn't help.
Yeah, most of the voters just gave up and went home without casting a ballot.
You know, it's funny to me because Georgia spent $100 million transitioning.
God bless them. I'm glad they came out. That's so strong. So proud of them.
So brave.
So brave.
So brave.
Just amazing.
So brave, Georgia. You're so brave. It marked the return of paper ballots in the state for the first time in 18 years. Statewide voting implementations manager Gabrielle Sterling said the delays were caused by polling workers being unfamiliar with the system and blamed leadership for not training them properly. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a good
Or
idea.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia. All right, guys.
We'll be right back. Right after this.
Kind of like now.
Yeah, whatever. See, Hot Fuzz is a movie.
It is a movie.
I mean, we've been mentioning movies, but Hot Fuzz is a movie, and it's a movie making fun of
but it is a
small town.
Fantastic
Great movie. Love it.
I love those two.
Oh, yeah,
Together
so good.
Are fantastic.
All the time.
They play so well off of one another.
Yeah, it's just like action fan comedy.
Because they were good in Shaun of the Dead, too.
Well, that's also them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said they were good in Shaun of the Dead.
It kind of reminds me that they were like basically in the same small town doing the same.
I thought about that, too. I was like, so what? Is this afterwards? Is this before?
Same thing? Or what are we doing here?
You know what? Hot Fuzz was probably the prequel.
And then that was the next
And they
one.
both,
was just
both of them walked away and just kind of got medial jobs.
just got used to it and stayed there.
Yeah, that's why they weren't overly surprised when it first started happening. They were oblivious to it all.
They're like,
That's why,
whatever.
because they're like, we dealt with this before. This is nothing.
Yeah, that's just it.
Me.
That's so good. Barney Miller? Barney Miller?
Was that a cop show?
Barney Miller? Or do you
No,
mean
I
the
remember Barney Miller, but I can't remember if that was a cop show or not. Wasn't it a PI? See, that's the problem with it. Is a lot of the
old ones you don't know.
Yeah, the older ones were. I think the guys used to be cops, but then they went on to
be PIs.
PIs, and the show itself is the basis of him being a PI and not actual police officer.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know if they would let that.
They
fly
they
or not.
might let it slide.
might not. I don't know.
Slip and slide, that is. It's a little loose. We're running hot.
Police Academy 1 through 15.
All right, we're coming back. We're coming back. Hold on.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
So, Chai Boy and IA
Yeah.
went through a list. There was Hunter, SWAT, Starsky and Hutch, which I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
And then Police Academy, 1 through 15. They're going to pull these, and it's coming eventually. Here's my thing about that, though, is Steve Guttenberg has already had enough problems with his career. You're going to pull what few movies he had left to his legacy? The man he's not existed in the first place, and now, like, come on.
And don't forget Hightower.
Well, but you know, it's not this. No, I'm referring. It's mainly Steve Guttenberg because he was there, and then he
Wasn't there.
vanished.
And then he wasn't there.
It's almost like they told him never to come back again.
Do not ever make another movie ever again.
We get it. Police Academy. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Welcome to the show. Defenders Live. Mojo50. Go to mojo50.com.
Ooh, yeah.
Check out all the other amazing hosts and awesome things going on over there.
Or you can go to our website,
That would be DOAE Show.
DOAEshow.com, where you can also sign up for a contest that we have going on right now.
Contest?
A giveaway, I'd say, honestly.
Is it a contest?
It's a
giveaway.
It's a giveaway more than a contest.
We call it a charity event.
A charity event throughout the month until the end of the month. You can sign up to help a man out. You got to help a brother out here. You see, our good friend Watson Prunier over at Battle for Freedom, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, here on the Mojo 50 Network. He has a small problem.
It's a very small problem.
He's got a very dejected, neglected dingling. As such, he asked us about this and asked how we could help with his dejected dingling. And, you know, the best idea I could come up with is to share the love.
Share the love.
Gotta share the love. What?
All I keep wanting to say is Black Lives do matter.
Oh, yeah. Especially Bells.
Yeah. Especially when you're talking about a dingling.
That's right. Yeah. So, share the love with us for Watson Prunier and his dingling.
And how would you do that exactly?
You go to the website, doaeshow.com.
Yeah.
Right. And you click the button that says Watson's Dejected Dingling Giveaway. And then you fill out the form. Once you fill out the form, you'll be entered into the contest. At the end of the month, we are going to have Carrie, apparently, because she'll be on the show that day. Carrie will draw the name.
She was nominated.
She has been nominated as...
Much against her will.
She will be our Vanna White. And, Watson's White. Anyway. And, we'll pick a name. Any name. And maybe it'll be you. Maybe you'll be able to get and to play with and to show love to Watson's Dingling. It's needed. It's well needed.
It is. It is dejected and neglected.
It needs love.
It does need some love.
It needs your love. It needs your touch.
It needs to be held and caressed.
And also polished. And buffed.
And then thoroughly sanitized.
Right.
At
So
least your
please,
hands.
go to our website, doaeshow.com, doaeshow.com. Don't just go to the contest after you get done with filling your name out and information. Go to the rest of the website. Find our... go to our store. Find our cups, our badge, our shirts. Everything. It's all there. We're the home of the Jackhole Nation.
We are.
So if you want Jackhole Nation gear, we got it there. If you want our logo on your chest or on your shirt. If you like to get our shirt that...
Hell, if you would like our logo on your butt,
we can do that.
we have yoga pants
We have yoga pants.
that run. Actually, it's not on your butt.
It's
more
on your
up
upper thigh.
and stuff.
Upper
but
thigh.
Still,
Close enough.
tomato. Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
DOAEshow.com is where you go to find all that out. You get the tumbler. Summer is here. God knows it was hotter than 400 hells today.
Yeah, but remember, when you have a tumbler, it keeps your cold things cold and your hot things hot.
Yeah, but right now it's winter. It's summertime, so we're looking to keep our
Cold
cold
things
things cold. So make sure you check that out over there as well. Get the tumblers, everything else. DOAEshow.com. Oh, one more thing, and I know everybody's like, "Oh God, they're still droning on about this stuff." Get to the point. But if you would like to be part of the show, if you would like to tell us how we just keep rambling on about nonsense,
Yeah.
you can follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. That's on Facebook and it's on Twitter, MeWe's, and pretty much anywhere else you can find a social media page. We're there. You can check us out. You can follow us. You can tweet at us using the hashtag #ArmYourselves.
Yeah.
Again, that's at DOAE Show. Be a part of the show. We will, as you can tell from the cop thing earlier, we like to talk to you.
Yes. Speaking of, Kevin Hutchinson over on the MeWe, Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, that was such a good
It was
series.
a good one. They're never going to do another one.
No.
Also, Beverly Hills Ninja, but that's another cop show.
Oh, but
It's Chris Farley.
I know.
It was really good.
That's true. That's still. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Over on the Twitters really quick, Presso6, Chuck Berry, my dingling. Darn you and your earworms.
You're welcome.
Uh-huh.
Well, wait.
We played the entire song. It's technically not an earworm.
Yeah, well,
At this point.
it was playing quietly in the background. And, you know, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair, you kind of, when you're talking about a promotion, you need to have a good soundtrack, a
good catch.
Yes, a hook.
Yeah.
Something that kind of help keep you in there. And
That happened to be good. It works.
not for nothing, it fits.
Uh-huh. If it fits, it ships. And yes, we're still talking about Watson's
and
Dingling.
that's a lie, by the way. That's not entirely forthcoming.
Oh, speaking of not forthcoming, Biden surrogate Terry McAuliffe. McAuliffe has been recorded saying that the campaign prefers to keep Biden in the basement.
No, you don't want creepy Uncle Joe walking around and
Nobody puts Biden in the corner.
No, you're right. We keep his little ass in the basement.
That's right. He's old and creepy.
Hey Joe, pretend you keep making that podcast. You think people are watching. You go
In
right
the
ahead.
basement.
You go ahead. You stay busy there, Tiger. We'll handle everything from up here. And that's all it is. Because here's the drill. And again, I know all right. I'll play the sounder because I already know what's coming.
All right, go ahead.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
That's where we're going with this?
I get this might sound conspiratorial.
Okay.
But I'm leaning towards the fact, and I've said this before, that all of the brouhaha that has gone on of 2020 is staged. It is hyped.
Yep.
It is antagonized. It is not saying that people weren't dying from the Wu-Tang clap. They have. But I'm also not... Again, the numbers and everything don't add up. This thing has been blown out of proportion.
The timing doesn't add up.
All of it is just something. There's, as I like to say sometimes, there's something afoot at the Circle K.
Right.
And this is it. So this whole point is because they know that there isn't a single person. Biden is the presumptive nominee. Have you noticed that no one is? They've never come out and actually said yes, he's it.
Yeah.
They're still, even after all this.
One of the presumptive Democrat presidential
Yeah, he's
nominee.
the presumptive. They're not going to officially give it to him. They're not going to play all this up. They're trying to keep that downplay because they know that he doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah.
So what do? You
keep him in a closet,
you keep
locked
him
away.
in a closet, exactly, so he can't say anything to look bad. Then you turn around.
You keep him in the dark. You feed him shit.
Pretty
Treat
much.
him like a mushroom. That's what
Here,
you do.
Joe, look into this camera and talk, because yes, people are really watching. Pay
Everybody's
attention.
watching you, Joe.
But you turn around and then you incite fear. You blow up an illness, and I'm not saying it's not warranted that people could pass from it, but we did not shut the country down when Ebola came to Texas.
Right.
And that one, there is actual no known cure. People die. You get it, you're dead. That's it. At least with the COVID, you have a chance. There is a possibility that you can come back from it.
Yes. Actually, there's many stories now where old people have come back from it.
Yes, I saw one like a couple of days ago, and I may have mentioned this here. There were
Yeah,
like
you did.
1,500 people or 15,000 people in Virginia. The nursing homes out there. They're all
fine now.
They're all better.
No problems. Everybody's back.
But you're gonna
back to old and crotchety again.
Uh-huh. You're going to blow this out of proportion, and then now that that's starting to mellow out, people are starting to come out of their shells. Well, it didn't scare people enough. It's not good enough. It doesn't hold
Right.
people enough. Well, let's
Which is
stir
why-
the pot.
Which is now there's another story about COVID coming back out after Memorial Day. Like 20 states have erupted in COVID. No, they haven't.
No.
Shut up.
No, the whole thing is to keep people scared. And then, as we mentioned a second ago, Georgia is now, and now granted that was from Daily Wire.
Yeah.
So we kind of agree more or less with
What
their
they-
side of their take on things.
Right.
But it's still a point. It's still in the news. Hey guys, now we're having problems with the ballot systems, and now we're having issues about voting and yada yada yada. The whole thing is trying to conflate.
It's a setup,
And
guys.
yeah, it
it's
is.
It's a conflated setup. Now
thing-
Georgia's going to become Florida this year.
Oh yeah, you bet your ass is going to be the hanging Chad for sure. The thing is going to be they're trying to find anything and everything to.
By the way, you can't
discourage-
use that term anymore. That's racist.
Yeah, whatever.
Hanging Chads.
Whatever. They're gonna. I almost said something I shouldn't have.
Good man.
But no, they're just trying to scare people into giving up, into not going to not voting, and if they do vote, then they turn around and think, oh well, look what Trump has not done. He hasn't done good enough, and this and that and the other, and blah 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 blah.
Sure.
And then it pushes it into, kind of gives the left the win by default.
Right, but it's still not.
Well, and I'm saying it.
Currently, it is still not.
No, and I know, but that's just how this is going, and I'm so. Guys, we allow this.
Yes.
I'm done. I'm done with this whole. Well, they have a point. No. Every single one of us, every one of the one within the sound of my voice, everyone who listens to this podcast, all of it, we're all responsible for the world being in the shithole it's in right now. Every last one of us. And do you know why? Because a lot of us are not actually taking. I sat there today. my day off, I decided I wanted to play video games.
Oh, yeah. You sent me this picture.
Yes, I sent you two different video games I was playing today. Happened to have an online attachment to it.
This man decided to not do anything else other than play video games.
Oh, no,
today.
no. I did do other things. This is what made me do other things because I was like, oh, it's my last day before I have to go back to work. Let me turn around and actually do. No, I actually did work later. But I tried to relax a little bit and play some video games.
Right.
2 separate video games. Turn around through their online stuff, had giant displays of how Black Lives Matter. We're going to turn around and be a part of this. We're going to be part of the solution. And
thanks, EA Sports.
EA Sports and Infinity Ward. I'm watching this stuff, and it hit me, especially after the second one. I had thought about it for the first one, but after I saw the second one from EA Sports, because EA Sports even turned around and had an ad, or not an ad,
You
but
could
a link
click on it, a link.
that you could read the memo from the CEO of EA Games about how we're giving $1 million to Black Lives Matter and blah blah blah.
That's not going to help, dude.
It's a great cause, but that doesn't do anything.
No,
all
it's
of
not.
this is pandering. Do you want the unrest to stop? Then we, as individuals, have to stop it. Dylan Lyles has to turn around and decide for himself that from that moment on, I am going to treat someone how I want to be treated. And I'm going to treat them based off of what they do, not on anything else that has to do with them. Stephen Airy has to decide for himself that in every moment that he's going to treat somebody the way he wants to be treated, and outside of demographic and skin color and everything else. Every one of you listening have to make that same decision. Doesn't matter what your race is, doesn't matter what your color is, where you come from. That's how it changes. Right. I am beyond fed up with this crap of, oh, well, we're going to pander and we're going to put these things up online because look at us, we're virtue signaling. We gave $1 million to Black Lives Matter.
Who cares?
Whoop-de-doo.
What
are you doing as an individual?
Don't care.
Who cares what everyone else is doing? Stop looking at what I'm doing. Stop looking at what Steven's doing. What are you doing to be different? What are you doing to make a change? I am beyond fed up with this crap. Yes. Beyond.
Are you good? I think he's good now. Are you okay now? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You all right?
I'm good.
All right.
I could keep going, but
okay.
We've only got like 15 minutes, and there's still another story or two to go.
So, now that you're good, let me tell you about New York City's latest safe sex guidelines.
Oh, shut the hell up. I cannot stand on this emotional roller coaster anymore.
New York City Health Department has released the latest rendition of its safe sex coronavirus guidelines.
Hold on just for a second. New York City has issued updated safe sex guidelines. This is the
for coronaviruses.
Yeah, this is the same city who can't deal with people peeing in the street. Okay, just making sure. Moving on. Continue.
Yes. Although the document includes some predictable public health information, like stay at home as much as possible, it also floats some...
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So this is just updated based off of Rona. This is not
this is
hey
just
guys,
Rona.
There's a new VD thing
No,
out, or
this is
hey,
just
with the VDs that we know are out there, here's ways that we figured out.
Nope, this is just Rona.
That will make things better. This is just an update for Rona.
Just Rona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quote, maybe it's your thing. Maybe it's not.
That's what she said. Oh, that was
well played. Well played.
Thank you.
That was the proper time and place for that. Yes. But during the Wu-Tang clap, wearing a face mask or face covering that covers your nose is a good way to add a layer of protection during sex. Reads the document, quote, heavy breathing and panting.
Wow.
Can spread the virus further. And if you and your partner have the COVIDs and don't know it, a mask can help stop the spread. No, I can't.
You mean it can't? Sure?
No, no, it can't.
Just like a condom does it, but a condom will prevent you from being pregnant
90% of the time. A face mask will not prevent you from getting COVID, especially when you're that close. At all. because you're transferring bodily fluids.
Okay, I'm just to throw this out there.
No.
And again, they're doing this from the hype angle that
Yeah, of course.
Rona is such a bad thing. The Wu-Tang clap is such a bad. You're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Fear, fear, fear. Be scared.
Well, before you get there, hold on. The reason why this article came out was because of a bad science article that came out
Oh yeah,
a week and a half ago.
No, I remember because we looked at. We almost did that.
Yeah, you shared it with me, and
Yeah,
I was like,
and we
no,
all-
no,
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 we're not gonna touch it.
that's false.
Yeah.
False understanding of what's actually going on
Yeah.
based upon a bad read.
But now they're apparently running with this in New York.
Yeah.
But again, the Wu-Tang clap is just it's hype. It's blown out of proportion.
Yes.
It's exaggerated.
Yes.
Okay, doesn't make it any less dangerous, but it's not as big a deal. It's
Just like most men.
ding. If you're having sex, I'm pretty sure that there are other things you need to be worried about getting besides the Ronas.
Yeah.
Clap. Any VD, pregnancy, if that's not what you want to have.
Right.
There are other factors that
things.
Here's one that no one ever thinks about. I'd be more worried about getting pink eye.
Yeah. It's true.
I'm just saying.
It's true. Lucky over there on the Twitters. Maybe it's your thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's Maybelline. Well done, Lucky. Well done.
Maybe she's born with it.
Quote, make it a little kinky. Be creative with sexual positions and physical barriers, like walls that allow sexual contact while preventing close face-to-face contact. That's a quote from the freaking thing.
It's just incredible. Again, there's nothing in here other than, oh, guys, you don't need to be together. Wear your mask. Because yes, you can't get people, and let's be completely honest, all things being equal.
Yeah.
With the abortion rate that the rate it is, you can't get people to actually use contraceptive. Do you really think you're going to get people to wear a mask?
No. Quote,
Just saying.
well, the guidelines emphasize you should have sex only with people close to you. Anyone who decides...
But if you're having sex, aren't they technically close to you at that point?
They're always close.
Or wait a minute. Or how close? Are we talking familial close? Like, are we talking like West Virginia?
Anyone who decides to buck this suggestion should, quote, have as few partners as possible and pick partners you trust. Are you going to have sex with people you don't trust?
Again, if you have to say this stuff, do you really think people are going to follow these guidelines? If you're if there's even a question of sleeping with someone that you do not trust, I'm pretty sure that
you're doing the wrong thing.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that them worrying about Rona or any other
Last of their
VD
concerns,
or
yeah.
pregnancies or anything like that, or even worse, being abducted and killed, is not exactly high on their priority list.
Right. If you're just going with whatever John, Dick, or Harry.
Who's Dick's Harry?
John.
Poor guy.
I know.
He needs to get that taken care of.
Shave it down, bud. Shave it down.
Yeah. Just a little bit of trimming. That's all. It doesn't take a lot.
Manscaping. That's what they call it. However, the document also shares some more standard public health advice, such as washing your hands and avoiding interacting with others if you feel unwell, if you've been experiencing symptoms associated with the Ronas, or if you have been exposed to someone with the Ronas.
Again, if you've ever had the sex,
Yeah.
then you are aware that usually, especially after a certain point, you kind of throw caution to the wind. There's a point where the body, the hormones, the desire, the lust of it takes over, and that becomes kind of priority. And everything else just kind of fades away into the background. That's what happens. And I'm just... Thank you, Chuck Boy and I. Yes. Full body condom. Yes, that's
it. That's
perfect.
it. Virginia Jackal over on the MeWe's. Steven, I'm out.
I know.
Listening to two baby makers of Mojo talk about sex is yucky.
You're welcome.
Kevin Hutchison saying things like, with that mask on your face, maybe it's Mujahideen. Instead of Maybelline.
Maybe she's born with it.
Mm-hmm.
Chai
That's
Boy,
a mole.
Chai Boy and IA over on Twitter's at DOA Show, hashtag arm yourselves. As you may remember,
Yes.
I take my dog for a walk while listening to calm down from my day. As I'm
Too bad.
As I'm walking outside and hearing your conversation about the Wuhan clap, there are 6 people that I have come across that are wearing masks.
You come across 6 people?
And every single one of them, if you listen carefully, you'll hear a distinct sound. Because they're all sheep.
They are all sheep.
I'm sorry I failed on having an actual sheep sound. That was my attempt. It could have been. I don't know.
Pretty close.
But it's funny. Like I'm at a point where you walk into Walmart now, and I tickles me because there's the people who you could tell are just defiant. They're like, screw this, I'm not wearing the damn mask anymore. And then you have the other people that you see that are
halving it.
That will not even half it. Well, they do have. They still do the halving.
Here.
Yeah, they still do the halving of it. But I'm talking about you can start seeing like the hardcore people.
Yeah,
like the mask.
I'm wearing a mask every day.
One dude was walking with a face shield on.
I've seen those.
I have. It was funny, and I'm thinking
projectiles. Like, bro, you can calm down.
You're fine.
It's okay.
You're not gonna die.
Look. You'll be fine.
Lucky over on Twitter's. I've never had the sex. I'm a virgin. Never mind the 3 kids living in my house. Well, you know how you get rid of that. If you've never had the sex and you're a virgin, then you know how you get rid of those kids. You stop feeding them.
Right.
They'll go away. They're like
they're
dogs.
not yours.
They're like cats.
Yeah.
You don't feed cats outside
because they stay.
They stay, and then they bring other cats
I
with
know
them. Yes.
because of my wife.
Yeah. So if you don't want them to hang around and they're not yours, stop feeding them, and
Don't
eventually
feed the
they'll
cats.
go find another home.
Yeah, they'll find another place to
bother.
feed. Yeah.
So just saying, just
yeah. Also, don't give them a bed.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah. Well, they'll find it. If you're like,
I mean, more than likely they'll just fall asleep anywhere.
I was gonna say, if your kids are like my kids, they pass out anywhere.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, good. I'm tired.
Or if they're anything like me, I'll pass out anywhere.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't care.
I get laughed at a lot.
There's
certain people who pick on me about my location of
my
sleeping.
wife tries to wake me up, and she can't.
Too.
My wife tries to wake me up, and she can't.
We were watching Doctor Who the other night, and
you were out, weren't you?
I was. So I'm sitting on the couch. The girlfriend's on the love seat, and my middle son is snuggled up to her.
Yeah.
And my youngest is snuggled up to me, and me and the youngest are about passed out. Mm-hmm. And she got to a point, and she's like, Dylan. I'm like, what? And she goes,
you're snoring.
No, she's like, he's trying to talk to you, pointing at my middle. And my middle son's like, can we watch another one? I'm like, yeah, whatever. Click. I went back to sleep. I snuggled up to my youngest and passed back, all sitting on the couch. I was like, I'm happy. It's good.
Can I watch another episode, Dad?
I'm like, I don't care. As long as you be quiet and let me sleep, I don't care. Let's see. As somewhat essential Amy over on Twitter's at DOA Show, hashtag arm yourselves. I have a friend who wears a shield because the mask sets off her anxiety.
I have a solution for her. Mm-hmm. Don't wear a face mask at all, including a shield.
Yeah,
Now, if she is scared of something, okay, fine. If she is concerned, she has anxiety. But
the droplet.
The truth of it is, her chances of catching the Wu-Tang clap and actually getting hurt by it are slim to none.
Yeah, I take it a slight step further. Like the problem that I've argued, and I know I've said this here before. Yeah. The problem I have with all of this is the lack of consistency. Because yes, you're wearing a mask, but you're not wearing gloves. The guy next to you may be wearing gloves and a mask. Then there's a guy who doesn't wear anything at all. Everybody's touching everything. Everybody's doing on everything. Nobody's washing their hands. Some people are washing their hands. It's the same crap that it's always been.
Everybody's using the
Purell.
The Purell hand sanitizer, and everybody doesn't understand that actually doesn't kill the germs all the way. It's not.
It's like 99.9,
germs become resistant.
Yeah, if you use them enough, it does become resistant.
Yeah.
But it's a. I'm not saying it can't help, but it's a false sense of security. Oh, I got it because you have to run this. It's a false sense of thing. if every single person was wearing a mask and every single person was doing gloves and everything was pretty much biosuit everybody out the gate,
Everybody biosuit.
then it would work and then you're fine.
Right.
When you got some people half in it and some people aren't,
It's not going to work.
it's not, and nothing's changed. That's not
And guess
really that big
what?
deal.
Everybody's fine.
It's the flu, guys.
We're fine.
It's no worse than the flu.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Anyway,
Speaking of things that are no worse than the flu, let's get to the bell counts for today.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with the bell count grade for the day, Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. Today we had 7 missed innuendo bells, 38 actual bells, and a trigger warning for Carrie because of Bashir and his insurance of only certain people, giving us a C- for the day. Peace out, boys. Stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow.
We got Carrie a bet.
yay! Guys, thank you so much. Mojo50. Go to mojo50.com, doeshow.com.
Yep.
Guys, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, we
9
will.
p.m.
That's
Take
right.
it easy.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
That was wonderful. Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great. Well, it was pretty good. Well, it wasn't bad. Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good. It could have been a lot better. I didn't really like it. It was pretty terrible. It was bad. It was awful. It was terrible. Get him away! Hey!